We are back.
Yo.
Back once again. Happy New Year, everyone. It's 2023, and we are starting off with episode 43.
43. Welcome back to Men Know Nothing.
Yes, thank you very much for everyone that's been listening. It's actually coming to 2 years now since we started the podcast.
2 years. Back to the podcast, giving you advice you asked for. Back to the podcast, giving you advice you never asked for on a daily basis.
The unqualified therapist.
The unqualified therapist.
But yes, it is 2023, and we want to start implementing different little segments into the episode to give it a bit of je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi.
A bit of oomph.
A bit of oomph,
Just
mate.
like to keep it interesting.
Spice it up.
So this episode is pretty much going to be giving you examples of what we're going to be having as segments moving forward. And one of the segments is going to be...
Was it them or was it me? So the idea is people send in situations they've been in, and it could range from anything. And they basically send it into us, and it's like we decipher, were they the cunt or was it someone else? And basically breaking down the situation to determine who's in the wrong or who's in the right.
Yeah.
And throwing someone under the bus. So we put out a story recently asking people, you know, was it them or was it you? Situations that you've been in, and we've actually had quite a few come in. So it's really, really good.
Some of them are a bit how you going.
So
basically what we're planning to do in this episode, which we're going to be putting into our episode moving forward. We're going to have maybe a 5 to 10 minute segment of doing this. But this episode is pretty much going to give you different scenarios that people have sent in, so you kind of get the gist of what we're looking for and how the conversations are going to go on why we want to do it. So I think Dan has a few here.
I've got a few here. They get juicier as we go further down.
Okay.
But the first one I got in is... It's been 3 months. It's been 3 months. I don't think they want anything serious, but am I okay to push on them and ask them to progress?
Say that again.
It's been 3 months. I don't think they're looking for anything serious, but am I okay to ask them if we can progress?
You don't think they want anything serious? I'm okay.
Yeah. So basically, this
after
person...
3 months.
Yeah.
100%.
I reckon 3 months. From situationships that I've been in, I usually find it's the 3 month mark that people start... If you do want to be serious and you are possibly open to that, I usually find 3 months is the mark when people have that kind of I'm in or out, because then you just start, you bond a lot more. There's a lot more emotions and you get to know each other more, and it can turn into a relationship. 100%. I reckon if you're interested in someone, you should always go to the situation not asking what they want out of it, but what you want out of it, and if they can meet your expectations. Do you know what I mean?
I also think more so for men, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl that sent this in, but more so for men, I think a lot of men, generally speaking, will have an idea whether they want to be with you relatively early on. Yeah. I think if you're a girl who sent this in and it's 3 months in and you're not sure what he wants, or you've got your answer. You've literally got your answer. If you're in any doubt after 3 months of dating a guy, whether he likes you or not, or if he wants to progress thing, then 9 times out of 10,
100%.
You're probably giving him everything that he needs and wants out of the relationship, out of the situationship, without the actual girlfriend title. So if you're sleeping with him, giving him emotional stimulation, intellectual stimulation, you're going out for drinks, you're doing all this without the title, he's getting all the girlfriend benefits, all the wifey benefits, quote unquote, without committing to anything. So he's just chilling. He's happy enough. So if you're in any doubt about that, then you've probably got your answer. But also it's good to ask.
I think also it's important to ask, I guess, what has those 3 months been like? Because we talk about, giving them the girlfriend experience, but has it been the girlfriend experience? Have you just been sleeping with them? Have you just been going over at night time? Have you actually been going out on dates? Have you actually been doing things more personal? Because if you haven't been doing those things, then you haven't really been giving the girlfriend experience. You've just been on the roster.
Yeah, on the roster.
And so if you've been emotionally supporting them, have they had a shit day and they've come to you to speak to? Have they spoke to you about a personal thing they're going through? Have you spent time with their friends? Have they spent time with your friends? Have you been on day dates, not just the evening, going out and Netflix and chill? Yeah, do you see them during the day?
See them in sunlight.
If you have been doing all those things, well, then I think that qualifies you if you are interested to kind of see if you want to go to the next stage. But definitely go with it. This is what I'm looking for. Can you meet that expectation? And don't give in to breadcrumbing.
And I also do think it's important, like you said, in that one, is it okay to ask? 100% ask.
Yeah.
And men are quite simple creatures as well of just asking the fucking questions.
Yeah.
Some dudes are so oblivious to life. They're just cruising through in complete ignorance. So I think if it's a girl that sent this in, or if it's a guy that sent this in, I think all you can do is just ask the question, communicate. And also, a lot of the times, people go in and ask them, like you said, you go in, what do you want? It's like, no. At 3 months, if you want to ask that question, you already know what you want. So you should go in almost with an authoritative kind of vibe or energy, be like, this is what I want. Are you able to meet it? Don't go and be like, oh, but what do you want? It's like, no. You know what you want. Tell them what you want. And then they can rebuttal and say, okay, well, I don't want that, or I do want that. And you go from there. Because if you start putting more so the power in their hands, then they're going to be able to, like, basically decide what happens moving forward. And then you're in the back foot.
I'd say all the toxic kings out there, if you want, you know, your guys or your girls to stop looking for promotions, stop hanging out with them so much, you know.
Literally.
Just give them like once a week, you know, once every other week, you know, once a fortnight, and then maybe these situations won't happen, and you can keep the roster as the roster. But you got to make sure that if you are having a rotation going and these things keep happening, maybe you're also putting too much time into the situation, because having a rotation is perfectly fine. Women do it, men do it, and so, you know, also be cautious of what you're giving to that situationship, because you could also be putting yourself in that scenario as well, you know.
100%.
Stay toxic and all that.
Stay toxic, kings and queens. Throw a bit of love bomb in there, you sweet.
Yeah. Oh,
Joking.
Video is so good.
That video is very, very funny. Next. Do you want me to do mine?
Yeah, mate, go for it.
I've only got one though.
That's okay, mate.
So this one is, I've been dating this. I'm gonna keep it gender neutral.
Okay.
I've been dating this person for 3 months, and I'm always the one, in brackets, pretty much trying to organize dates and hanging. The other day, this person said I'm being too keen. Now I'm a bit off it, and I've pulled back my energy, and this person said that my energy is switched. Am I wrong for switching up my energy?
Can you say that one more time, please?
I've been dating this person for 3 months, and I'm always the one trying to organize dates and hang out. The other day, this person said to me, I'm being too keen. This is after 3 months. I'm being too keen. Now I'm a bit off it, and I've pulled back my energy, and this person has said that my energy is switched up. Am I wrong for doing that? So basically, is it me or is it them situation?
I love that they've pulled back, and now they're like, well, now you're acting weird about this. You know,
why are you being a dick?
Why are you being an arsehole? Things were so perfect.
Yeah,
they were
just everything was fine.
Everything was going like, what's wrong with you? You always do this. Do you have to do this?
So you're just like playing with my emotions.
That's really
definitely them.
Oh, 100% it's them. 100% it's them.
They're a dickhead.
I think that whenever you're... obviously, you need to call them out on it, but it's like, it's okay for you to think that. But whenever you're in a relationship or a situationship and you're looking to progress it, I think that it's important you look at the energy that person's matching with you. And if you're always going to be putting in the most amount of investment, you're eventually going to feel some level of resentment. Now, overloading them with time and energy doesn't mean they're going to reciprocate those things towards you. So 100%, you know, I can understand exactly why you feel like that. And it does come to a point where it's like, are they ever going to, like, you know, pick up the pace? But then again, you know, looking at that gives you your answer as well, where it's like, hey, probably isn't the right person for you, guy or girl or whatever gender neutral human being this may be.
Mate, I'd be out the door if I was hanging out with a girl and she's like, I'm being too keen.
Mate.
In the bin. Literally in the bin, you piece of shit.
We were saying this the other day.
You little Jezebel.
We were saying this the other day because I feel like when I speak to my mates who are in their like early 20s and stuff like that, and I think they tell me about relationships and dating experiences they're going through, I almost look at it and it's like, fuck, that's a really bad mistake. But then I almost remember it's like, oh, you are at that age where I think you are, you know, you need to make those mistakes. That's all part of the growing pains. But it is really, I feel, when you get to like your late 20s, early 30s, it's because, you know, you're into your career or passion or whatever you want to work on. You've got your solidified group of friends or people you like to hang out with. You've got your interest that you know you want, and you're not in this period of life where you care about being Mr. Popular and just, you know, getting everyone to like you. You
100%.
know who you are, you know what you like, and you don't care the people that don't want to invest in you. So it really only does come with age, I think, where it's like, yeah, if someone's like, oh, you're too keen, I'm just like sweet. Well, you're probably just
not even that great anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
There's loads of other
yeah, you're only a 3 out of 10 anyway.
Yeah.
So fuck
I
yeah.
think what you just said is quite an interesting point when it comes to like comparing like your early 20s to your late 20s and into your 30s, because I guess the thing is, when you're in your early 20s, I never ever know this, you have time to like fuck around and make mistakes, fuck around and find out, as people always say. And at that juncture in your life, in your early 20s, you're actually, because of the time you have, you're able to kind of like just go with the flow and figure shit out as you go. So you could go into a relationship and end up dating someone for 2 years in your early 20s, and if it doesn't work out, no love lost. You know what I mean? Like, you still have the next 8 years before you're 30 to like figure shit out. But I think when you get to a juncture of like your late 20s into your 30s, like, even though men don't have a shell by date when it comes to like reproducing, there's still like that level of like, I don't want to start wasting months and years of my time with the wrong person. So like you said, when you get to this point of like going through your early 20s and learning all your shit, when you get to the age that we're now, you kind of know exactly what you need, exactly what you want. And if someone's not going to like hit those like key pillars that you need, then there's no point wasting your time.
Nah.
So for example, if you this person who's been dating this person for 3 months or whatever, and now they've come back and said you're being too keen, like, I'm not sure their ages, but even like, fuck that off, mate.
100%.
Like, literally, like, if you're putting in a solid amount of effort because you like this person or anyone listening, and someone is not reciprocating the same energy or says something shit like you're being too keen,
Yeah.
I've said in the bin. Like, even the thought of like someone saying that to me, you're being too keen, I'll be like, you can get fucked.
You can do one.
And then that's the thing. People like put an energy into someone and they'll come back and say something like, you're being too keen. And it's like, you're the same person that's then going to go about and complain that the dating like landscape is shit, how guys are shit, how girls are shit. It's like, you're shit though. You're a part of the problem.
Yeah.
If you're like getting that sort of energy where someone's literally invested in you, because it's hard to find that. It's hard to find someone who's like willing to fully invest in you without like entertaining things on the outside or on the side. And then if you're able to come back, see that, and you get the quote unquote ick, and you're like, oh, you're being too keen, I'm going to be standoffish. and then when they switch their energy and pull back, then you're like complaining about it.
100%.
What are you talking about,
mate? So
are you okay though?
The answer to
are you
this,
okay?
Are you fucking okay?
The answer is fuck it off.
It was
pretty
them.
Much. It was them.
It was them.
It was them.
We have. I quite like this one.
Oh God.
So someone sent this in. This person sent in. Should I keep it gender neutral? No, we won't keep this gender neutral.
If this one's like, if it's better to be gender specific, just go.
She came to the date, ate all the free food, and didn't even come back to mine. Look, unfortunately, there are slags in this world, and you just can't help it.
Oh my God.
She came to the date, ate all the food, and didn't come back to mine. That is.
Who the hell sent that in?
Oh, there's a. So was it them or was it her? That is. I mean,
no, was it me or was it her? You mean?
Was it them or was it you?
Yeah.
What is it? Was it them or was it you? As in, was it them or was it?
Yeah.
Was it them or was it them or was it you? Yeah. So in this situation, I mean, look, at the end of the day, dating is like, to be completely honest, dating is like gambling. Look, we all want to root, we all go out, everyone wants a shag.
Everybody wants to sex.
There's nothing wrong in that, but dating is like gambling.
It is.
And you throw the chips in, and it doesn't always mean the house is going to pay. And it sounds like in that situation, she did come, she ate the free food. Maybe also your chat wasn't that good to get her back to your place as well. There could also be something.
Maybe you're
there.
ugly.
Yeah, you could just be
you
ugly,
could be
man.
ugly as well.
You could have just
There's
been
so many
flashing the
parameters,
cash, and she might have wanted to come to the date with you. So the fact she didn't come back to yours, that's just fucking part of the game.
Yeah,
it's a numbers
100%.
game. You got to go on the dates. You got to give it a crack. Get a better close rate. Shoot to kill. But in terms of whether she offered or not, now that wasn't in the question. But I wonder, in that situation, did she offer to pay? Was there any kind of like, hey, no, we can split this, or hey, I'll put my card down? Was there any of that? Because I think that's a really big thing. If I'm on a date with someone and they offer, it speaks volumes to me.
It does.
If they want to go Dutch, usually I've been on dates before where someone wants to go Dutch, and I'll just be like, yeah, sweet, no worries. Because the reason why I do it as well, I'm testing them. Yeah. Like if someone wants to go Dutch, I'll be like, yeah, which is splitting the bill.
Just to clarify,
I'll be like, yeah, sweet, because I really want to see their reaction and how they actually
see how their energy switches.
Because loads of people just offer it
just with the hope that you say no.
And so I'm like, fuck, mate, if some girl is going to be like, let's split the bill, fucking run it up, fucking split it and see what happens. And then you can see their intentions, and if they want to let you go on date 2. But I would say in terms of was it them or was it you, I would say it is you.
It is you. Yeah.
It is you.
That is okay. There's so many variables to it, but again, it's like it's just a date. Like you should not go into especially if it's the first date. Yeah, they don't owe you food. Yeah, especially if it's the first date, and you should go in with like limited expectations. Yeah, limited. So the fact that she came and you paid for dinner, fair play to you, bro. But that doesn't give you the right to expect her vagina on your face.
That is so
after that,
good.
You know what I mean? And when it comes to like the offering thing, it's a weird one. I do think it speaks volumes on a first date if you're with a girl and she does offer. 9 times out of 10, I just pay anyway. But I think it speaks like, and also it's weird.
I don't pay.
You don't pay. You just leave.
No, I usually go to a place where they go bar service.
Yeah, you told me this. But then also it's like, I'd love for there to be like a research of like the kind of girls that offer compared to the ones that don't. Like in terms of like how good looking they are.
I reckon it depends on how much attention they get, how many how attractive they are, how many dates they're going on, and stuff like that.
I don't know, it's a weird one. Because I've been on dates with girls who didn't offer to pay, and I was annoyed a bit but I've also been on girls where they didn't offer to pay and I was annoyed, and I think back now, and the only reason I was annoyed because they're really, really fit.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a level to that as well. It's like if you're on a date with a really fit girl and she doesn't offer, I'm like less bothered. It's so like misogynistic.
Mate. It's just
true though.
It's just the way it is.
It's just facts. Like I think everyone knows there is pretty privilege.
Yeah.
Pretty privilege is rife in this world. Like if you're a good looking person, you're gonna find it so much easier to navigate the world. Whether that's getting jobs, like
getting free drinks going out. You just know getting into bars, getting into clubs,
getting jobs. Just navigating the world. People are more likely to be nicer to you. People are more likely to offer you like things, events, offer you opportunities and shit like that. Funny enough, Modern Wisdom, Chris, great podcast, should listen. They were talking about pretty privilege, and they were actually saying how if you are an employer and you're interviewing 2 people who are pretty much exactly equal in terms of their experience and qualifications and education, one's like societally not good looking and one societally is good looking, so one's ugly and one's pretty. This person was saying you should always hire the ugly one because the ugly one had to work like a lot harder than the pretty person to get to the point that they are, because being pretty in this world is like gives you 2 steps ahead. Because even if you think about it though,
fair.
Even if you think about it, the majority of actors and actresses that you see in film,
they're all
pretty good looking people. Yeah. The majority of musicians that you see on TV, they are pretty good looking because people like to look at pretty shit. Like you don't look at a fucking butterfly and want to throw up.
Yeah.
But you look at shit.
Great example.
Yeah, you don't look at a butterfly and want to show up, but you'd look even if you don't smell the shit, you look at shit and be like, oh, I don't want to look at that. Yeah. Like you don't like to look at not nice looking things.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense, like from like a subconscious point of view, whenever you're on a date or whenever I've been on a date and a girl doesn't offer to pay who I find very, very attractive, I'm less annoyed. But also I'll be annoyed if I end up going on more dates with her and then she doesn't offer to pay on those. I think the first one I'll be like, oh sweet, you're fit, I'm gonna let it slide because I want to hang out again. If I go on a second or third, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, we're not going to hang out again.
I'd say, just going back
shout out to all the pretty and also the societally not good looking people.
Basically, shout out to everyone. To everyone.
Everyone.
It's all about the taking part that counts.
It's the taking part. Like, we're all just on a rock anyway. Nothing even matters. Why are we even doing this podcast?
I was going to say a good dating tip is that when you do go on a date with someone, and this is just my opinion, take them to a place where it is like bar service. I don't know if that's what you would call it, but you go up and it means you have to order your drinks or order your food, like they don't come to the table, because then you can see straight away is, do they want to like pay for a round? Do they, when you pay for the first round, they're like, oh, I'll get this one, and you go, I'll get the next one. You might get the next 1 or 2 because you might be like, oh, that's really nice of them, I'll just go up to the bar. But I used to really like that because you can see someone's generosity or what they value as well and their expectations. So Yeah. Next time you go out on a first date, try going to a place where you have to go up to order. And then moving forward, you can then go from there. Yeah, I used to do that, and it was very helpful. It was very helpful. I went to a place once, and it was table service, and I was just like,
it's gonna have this. It just alleviates the awkward situation.
Horrible, because we came to pay, and it was only like $190.
That's why I just.
But I was
pay.
like, it's 100.
I don't even like. I don't even like try to do the whole. I'm just gonna pay.
I usually just go. The bill comes. I'll go. I'm just gonna go to the loo very quickly. I'll be back in a minute. See if it gives them an opportunity to pay for the meal.
I've with my ex, she a couple of times she did this. Whenever we went out for a meal or whatever, I would like run the toilet, and then she would like just pay the bill before I got back.
Strategic. I like
and
that.
then
Strategic.
no, this was even like we're still like drinking and shit.
Yeah,
but I was like, because obviously we're gonna go home soon. I was like, I'll run the toilet quickly, and then while I was in the toilet, she'd like grab the bill, pay, and then like obviously at the end I'd go up and like, can I pay? And then they're like, oh, she's already got it. I'm like, ooh,
it's nice, man.
Tell you who's gonna have a good night tonight. Nice. You're getting treated. I'm about to dive in. Literally.
2 minutes later, just snoring in her sleep.
She's lying there like this.
It's I like it though. I like when you go on a date and a bird does that. I do.
Yeah, I find it very. I think when girls portray and do things that are predominantly masculine traits, shit like people expect men to do, like pay the bill, I find that so attractive. Or like approach you in a club, at a bar, at a restaurant, or in a cafe. I think when girls do that, it's like very, very attractive. Because again, they're like, and I think the attraction is there, but it's also a sense of they're like stepping so far their comfort zone and stepping so far out of what like society expects from women. It's like fair play. I mean, like actually,
100%.
Even if like you're not even attracted to them, it's still like touche. Touche.
I like it.
All right. You got another one?
I want to. Someone sent in.
Oh, by the way, yeah, it was you for this one. The whole food and dating thing.
Wait, what?
Because we're still talking about the.
Oh yeah. We said that
at
the end of it. Yeah. Come on, mate. Keep up.
Sorry, man. Again.
So someone has sent in. I want to tell my partner they're getting fat. Am I a cunt?
So this is it me or is it them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Continue.
I think you're well in your right to do that. 100%.
Especially if you've been with them for a while.
100%. I think when you're dating someone, it's important that like, as a partner, and we're going to keep this gender neutral because everyone's going to think it's a guy saying it, but you've got no idea. Everyone wants to. You want your partner to want to fuck you, right? And if you don't take care of yourself in the way that when they first met you, if you don't take care of yourself and you let go, then how can you still expect them to look at you physically and go, yeah, I want to fuck you? You want your partner to want to fuck you, and you want to look at them and want to fuck them. You want to see them be like, I cannot wait to take them home.
Yeah.
And to suddenly get into a relationship and think that you can give up on those things. And look, we all put on a little bit of relationship weight. It happens. You go up and down, but then you get into your training. But like to suddenly give up and be like, no, that's it. It's fine. We're dating. It's like, nah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And a lot of relationships break down because of this, because they don't want to fuck you. Because they don't want to fuck you, you don't feel loved and you don't feel sexy. Because you don't feel loved and sexy, you don't feel anxious about it and then put shit back on them. When it's like, no, just look after yourself. Look after yourself the same way you would if you were single and you were going out dating.
Yeah, I think for me in every relationship I've been, I've probably like gotten in better shape when I was in a relationship because I wanted to like, obviously for me, I've always like stayed relatively like fit. So even before relationships, I've always been doing it for myself. But when you go into them, I'm just like, I want to like, when I take my clothes off, my partner's looking at me like, oofed.
Innit?
Literally.
You want that.
Literally
who doesn't want that? 100%. That's the thing. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to be like, I want them to want to fuck me?
And again, it's like, it's obviously nuanced because like life fucking throws us curveballs and life gives us lemons. And it's all about, I guess, if you do see that your partner's putting on weight, there's like a level of responsibility of you just like say, hey, like, or you can be quite subtle about it as well. You can, if you're going to the gym, ask your partner to come with you. If you're going for a walk or a jog, ask your partner to come with you. But also, people go through shit in life that actually may put them in a place where they just end up putting on weight. They could be going through a shit time in work, shit time with a friend, and then all these little layers that add on kind of put them in a place where they just stop caring about their physical health. So definitely when that scenario comes in where you see your partner's putting on weight, it's important to like realize that it's nuanced and everyone's quite holistic, and people have so much shit going on, and if you've got a good relationship, you should technically have an idea of what the fuck's going on in your partner's life. So if you're aware of that, there's also a level of understanding, being like, okay, he or she's going through this and they've put on a bit of weight, and there's like a level of like understanding and care that you need to go in with. And a lot of the time it's not what you say, it's like how you say it. So how you're going to approach speaking to your partner about the fact that they've put on weight is so key, and you just have to move with a bit of caution. But 100%, if your partner is like getting a little bit bigger than than you would like, and if you've 100%. Been with them for a while, you definitely have a right to say. And for me personally, if I was putting on weight, I would want my partner to tell me.
And if you're not caring about yourself, don't expect your partner to care about you. Like, being in a relationship doesn't mean you are codependent on each other. You still have to treat yourself like it's your life and everything you're doing is for you, and you just bring that happiness together. Don't suddenly expect that you can get fat and it's like, well, they're meant to love me completely. This isn't a Hollywood movie. This is not how life works out. That is not what happens. Love is conditional. Love is conditional.
Unconditional love
is bullshit. 100%. You could be in the most loving relationship, and if they stop caring about themselves and get fat and lose their job and aren't motivated, don't want to work anymore, stop caring about the kids, stop caring about you, whatever it is, don't expect they're going to fucking still stick around. That's bullshit. 100%. And that's extremely self-entitled as well, to think that they just have to stick by you in those times for long periods if you're not working on yourself. Nah, 100%. I think if in regards to, is it them or is it you? Nah, it's them. You're definitely allowed to say whatever you want to say. And obviously in the most like respectable way, but you can say, hey, listen, I just want to let you know that I think it's important that we always work on areas in our life. Like if they were, let's say, not motivated in their job and gave up, you'd say, hey, listen, you need to pull your weight in the financial part of this relationship. Same with the weight, same with them getting fat, same with them, not taking care of themselves. Hey, listen, in the last like 6 months, I feel like you've given up really on yourself and you've put on quite a bit of weight. Is there like an issue that we can address? Because, I just think, I would love to get this relationship back to where it was before, and look at you in a way that I assume want to be looked at. And do you feel the way you want to feel? So there's definitely ways you can bring it up, but 100% you should definitely say it, because otherwise you'll build resentment, you'll cheat, and you'll just end up breaking up with them anyway.
I think it's one of those ones as well where you can flip it, and as well as it's important for the physical, you can really look at it from like the mental health side of things as well. It's like if you see your partner's like mental health like dwindling, or they're not the same person that they used to be, from like a personality standpoint or whatever, again, it's like one of those things you should address it. Like if you feel as if your partner's seems a bit lost and like in the abyss of life and is just kind of floating through and not completely present the way that they used to be, same way if like they're getting bigger, you'd obviously want to say that. So I think it's one of those things like, people are like, oh, you can't talk about the weight, but you can, because 100%. It's someone that you love. Same way like if the mental health of your partner was going down, 100%. You would also address that. So every aspect of your relationship and your partnership with someone is something that you should address if you feel like it's having a negative effect on your life, their life, and if you have kids, on your children's lives as well.
100%.
Yeah.
This will be the last one.
Kids would cause you to put on weight as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. But take care of yourself.
Yes.
So last one.
Hope these are all making sense and the concept that we're trying to
I quite like
intertwine
it.
Into.
I like it. I think we've got it. I think we've got it.
Yeah, bro.
Someone sent this in. I broke up with my ex a couple of years ago, and my best mate has shagged them.
God.
That's
broke up with my ex a couple of years ago. My best mates like slept with them.
That's them.
Yeah,
that's a fucking dog
best
move.
Mate as well.
That's a dog move. You don't do that. There is like a rule, but an unspoken rule. There are so many people, and look, it's just said they've shagged them. Not even like they're looking to date them. They've just shagged them. It's like this. It wasn't even for love. It wasn't even worth it. they just fucked them. Nah, don't do that. Don't be a dog. There's an unspoken rule, bro code, whatever it is. Like, you don't fuck your mate's ex. There's there are 6 billion people on Earth.
It's 8 billion.
Or 8 billion,
Yeah.
you know, and there are millions
November
of people
2022.
in every fucking area that you're going to be living in. Don't do it. Don't do it. That
one didn't even need, like, too much conversation.
That's a scumbag
That's just- yeah.
move. If that person's done that, you need to, I reckon...
Did you ask for a follow-up?
No, I didn't. I didn't know. They sent that in. But I reckon, yeah, you should just egg their house or something, you know, just do something.
Something mature.
Yeah, something mature, like really mature.
TP
or
their
like,
house.
Yeah, like email their boss pictures of them naked and drunk. That you could do that, just ruin their career.
Send it from an anonymous email.
Yeah, Photoshop some pictures, send it to their parents of them doing something dodgy. Just, you know, real mature though. You want to make sure you keep it really mature, you know, above the belt kind of stuff. But yeah,
that
I'd
was
say
pretty simple. That's definitely...
don't fuck your mate's
them.
ex. Don't fuck your mate's ex.
Yeah.
There's just, don't be a dog.
Daddy
And if
dog.
you are interested in your mate's ex, because let's say it's been years and you guys are still friends, and you are interested, only if you're interested in something serious, then maybe, you know, have the conversation. Because at the end of the day, the heart wants what the heart wants.
It is.
But,
it
you know,
is.
if it's just a shag, mate, go to a fucking brothel if you're that
Oh my
desperate.
goodness.
You know, like you
Don't do
don't
that.
you don't need to. Hey, they need to get paid.
Yeah, fair.
People
Yeah,
need to
you're
get
right,
paid.
you're right.
You
You're
know,
right.
but that if you need to get your end away and you can't do anything else, just do that. But yeah, that would be it was them for sure. They're the cunt in this situation.
Lovely. Well,
Guys,
nice short and sweet episode, people. Welcome to Men Know Nothing 2023.
was it them or was it you?
So we're going to be implementing this at the start of every episode.
We're aiming to do that.
Yeah, for about 5 minutes, and this year we're going to try and get way more people on the podcast.
Yeah.
Trying to get different opinions, trying to get like professionals within the industry of mental health.
I'm going to put a story up as
psychologists,
well, and people can tag people who they want to
who
come
they
on.
like. So yeah, but
and
as usual, please like,
subscribe and follow and
all our shit. Get on our TikTok, keep engaging.
the more people we have on this pod, the more likes we get and the more subscribers, the better the guest can be. The more guests that we can have on. So if you guys can take any time out your day to just leave a comment, like and subscribe, greatly appreciate it.
Build our
and it really means a
platform,
lot.
so we have like a bit of background and a bit of
Je ne sais quoi.
je ne sais quoi to bring to people who kind of want on. Like, I think the fact now that we've got like a decent amount of followers in TikTok is like a good thing.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, this is what we got. These are my listeners. We have a week. So thank you very much, everyone.
Stay safe.
I hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Peace and love.
Bye.
Body people.